didn't know me, one of my favorite bands is the band Paramore. I have loved them since 2005 when they first released their music video for Pressure, and I've been in love with them ever since. It's been, what, 14 years now? I think that's the right math. I've seen them 8 times, traveling to many different states to see them. I've made tons of friends, lifelong friends that have even came to my wedding through going to their concerts and everything. And I don't collect a lot of things because I don't like having things just sitting around collecting dust for no reason. But the one thing I do collect is Paramore vinyls. So if you know them in, I'm sorry, Fendi keeps on walking by. If you know them in any shape or form, you'll know that they like to release vinyls, like limited edition vinyls. And they're limited edition, so they only have a certain number of pressings, or they're only released through a certain business or company or whatever. And a lot of times they're like very pretty colored vinyls. So I have started collecting them. I don't have a big collection. I only have 8 of them, I believe. So I'm going to share the 8 that I do have, and then I'm also going to talk about some of the ones that I really, really want to get, which they're hard to get and they're expensive, and I don't have the money for that. That's why I don't have them. So I'm going to start from like their first album, like chronological order. So I'm going to start with their first album, which is All We Know Is Falling, and then lead up to After Laughter. So the first album that I have, this was actually a gift from my friend Shelby. It is All We Know Is Falling, the vinyl version. It's limited to 4,000 pressings, and this was the 10-year anniversary version, so it's not the original version or anything. I want to get the original, I'll talk about that later. But this is the 10-year anniversary pressing, so I will show you what it looks like. I'll take it out. So this is the album art, obviously. Fendi, that's very rude. This is the album art. So I'll pull it out so that you can see it. And I apologize if I handle these wrong. I'm not the biggest. I don't even have a Fendi, move. And I don't actually have a record player to even play these on. I want to get one. But so this is the clear splatter. The whole vinyl is clear. I can pretty much see through it. And it has red, green, and blue splatter marks all over it. Hopefully it's coming in on the recording. It's absolutely beautiful. This was actually one of the first ones that I ever got. I think it was the second one that I ever had, and I love it so much. Okay, so then I'm gonna move on to Riot, which was their second album. Riot has many different pressings of it, but this version that I got is the newest pressing. It's orange, and it was an Urban Outfitters exclusive pressing, and it's limited to 3,000 pressings. So there's only 3,000 of these in the entire world, United States, wherever they released them, I'm not exactly sure. So it's just, once again, the normal Riot artwork, and then you open it, and the album is this beautiful bright orange with the Riot scribbles in the middle. I absolutely love this one. It's so pretty. I love the bright orange. It's very reminiscent of that era. And the third one that I have is Brand New Eyes. This one is a Newberry Comics. It's also one of the most recent ones that they released. It's a Newberry Comics exclusive one that they released earlier this year. It is a very beautiful, this one is probably the prettiest one I own. It's a very beautiful green smoky color, and it's limited to 1,200 copies, so 1,200 copies, exclusively sold from Newberry Comics. So I will show you this. It's just the Brand New Eyes artwork, obviously. And then you open it, and this is the beautiful green. It's more of like a greenish teal color, but I would say it's more green than like a teal blue color. I am so in love with this color. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I don't think you can see the smoky details on it. The other one that I have from the Brand New Eyes era is actually from the limited edition box set that I'm sorry, Fendi's trying to chase a fly right now. From the limited edition box set that they released when Brand New Eyes was first coming out, I think it was like $50. You got like a journal and like a bunch of pictures and I think a DVD and like the CD and everything. It also came with a small 7-inch vinyl that had, I think, just a couple like remixes of some of the songs or something like that. I can't remember exactly what was on it. But it's just a small, I think it's like an orangish yellow, like a yellow, clear yellow color. I don't have it with me. I think it's downstairs and I'm not exactly sure where, so I didn't want to go try and find it, but I'll throw up a picture right now. But that was, that one's not as rare. I think the box set was limited to like 15,000 copies, so there's a lot of them. I'm sure if I found my box set, I probably have like the number that mine is. I feel like it was probably like 9,000. I think it's in the thousands is what mine was. So it's not super duper rare, but I still have that one. So then the next ones that we're going to move into are my After Laughter albums. I love these ones. These ones were actually the ones that I purchased like before I got the Brand New Eyes and the Riot one. These ones I got immediately. Hopefully Fendi's tail isn't in the way. I got these ones as soon as they like announced them and released them. And I am in love with these ones. They hold a special place in my heart because I actually got the teal ones and the pink ones right. They came in the mail a day before our wedding, so it was kind of cool to open them before. Okay, so let's get started. We'll start with of course they're not, I don't know which ones are which. So we'll start with the most common one, which is the black and white swirl marble one. This one you can still get to this day. It's sold pretty much anywhere you can get a record. They have this one. You can buy it online in many different locations. I actually got 2 of them because I ordered one through a local record store and I also bought the one online, and then I ended up giving one of them to my friend Shelby. So this one is the black and white one. Because it's marble, it's actually got a lot of different variations. So you'll find that some people have ones that are a lot more black, especially if they, because the first pressing, this is a first pressing of it, so there was a limited amount of first pressings, obviously. But if you end up with one of these from like near the end of a pressing, before they start pressing the black ones, people end up with ones that are almost completely black with just a couple swirls of white, or you can also find some that are almost completely white from the beginnings of the pressing with barely any swirls. Mine is a nice amount. It's kind of gray and black and smoky, so mine must have been in the middle of the pressings. So I will put this one back. So then this next one is the Paramore After Laughter artwork, in case I didn't show it. This one is the pink marble one. I absolutely love the color of this one. It's absolutely amazing. So this is the pink marble. Mine isn't extremely marbled. Like, I don't know if you'll even be able to see the marbling on it. So mine must have been one of the first ones. It's pretty much like just along the edges that you can see the marbling. This is a first pressing. This one isn't limited edition in the terms of like you can't go online and get it. You can go online and still get this one, but this one is a first pressing. The first pressing was limited to 4,000 copies. Yeah, I love the color of this one. So this next one is also the After Laughter one. Like I said, I have 4 of these ones, so I have quite a few. This one, let's see if I can get it out of here. This one is the orange marble from Urban Outfitters, I believe is what it was. The Urban Outfitters exclusive. It's a first pressing, and it's limited to, Fendi, it's limited to 2,000 copies. So this one is like almost like a creamsicle color. Do you mind? Fendi, lay down. This one, it's orange and white, so it's like a creamsicle color. I think it's very pretty. Not as pretty as the rest of them because it's more of a muted color, but it's very, very pretty. So this is a first pressing limited to 2,000 copies from Urban Outfitters. And then my pride and joy. This is my absolute pride and joy. This is the rarest one that I have. This one sold out within like minutes of it going on sale. I bought it before they even announced that it was on sale. I was refreshing their website because I knew I wanted it so bad. This is the highly coveted teal After Laughter vinyl. I am in love with this one. It's teal marble, so this one is a lot more of a blue color versus the Brand New Eyes one. So this one is the teal marble. It is limited to only 1,000 copies of this, so in the whole entire world there's only 1,000 of these. And it's so pretty. When you put this one beside all of the other ones with the After Laughter, it just looks amazing. So that is the teal marble. So that's all the ones that I currently own. I love them so much. I plan on eventually framing them so that I can display them as like wall art since I don't have a vinyl player. So I plan on framing them. It's just we don't have a place in this current house where I would want to display them because I want them all together. And I could do it down in my office, but there's a lot of moisture in the basement and I really don't want the vinyls to be susceptible to that moisture. That's why they stay up here. I actually have them up in our closet because I don't know where else to put them so that they don't get damaged. But so now I'm going to talk about the rest of the vinyls that I want. So let's get started on that. So actually I want all of their vinyls, all of the exclusives, all of them. As a collector, I just want to get all of them, but there's a few that I extremely like try and find. I search for them occasionally just to see if I can get a really good deal on them because a lot of them are very spendy. So I'm going to talk about those ones. The first one that I want is the Ain't It Fun Broken Record vinyl that was released on like Record Store Day. I think it was in like 2013, 2014, I can't really remember. But it's a really cool like broken record and it actually plays the whole song and some of the mixes and everything like that. That one is limited to 2,700 copies of it. It was only for Record Store Day. It's hard to find. The next one that I want, as you can tell, I don't have any of the self-titled album ones because I was just kind of late on that train. They don't have very many LP versions of that, vinyl versions of the self-titled album. But the one that I want to get is the limited edition blue one. So it's got 2 blue records and they're gorgeous and it's totally different than all of these ones because it's just straight blue and it very much matches the self-titled era, which is my favorite era. That's my favorite Paramore album. But it was a Hot Topic exclusive and it was limited to 1,500 copies. I have my eyes on one that's being sold on Mercari. I just haven't had the money yet to spend on it. It's not super expensive, but it's still like $50. The next one that I want is a Brand New Eyes album that I have my eyes on all the time. It is a yellow and black like smoky swirl one. They really like the marble. And that one is limited to 1,800 pressings, 1,800 pressings. And then another one that I really want is the Blue Marble Riot. So moving on to Riot, they have many versions of Riot on vinyl, which I'd love to get all of them, but there's 2 that I really, really want. I really, really want to get the Blue Riot. That one is extremely rare. There's 1,500 copies of it, but it was the first ever like pressing of Riot ever. And so it's extremely hard to get that one and it's rare and it's expensive when you do find them. And then the second Riot one that I want is the straight white one. It's just a completely white vinyl record. And that one is limited to 1,500 copies. And that one, I'm not sure what pressing that was, maybe the 3rd or 4th pressing, but it's very cool because it's just a completely white vinyl. And then the ultimate find, the most expensive, most rare vinyl that you can probably find of Paramore's would be the Holiday Sessions vinyl. This is a very exclusive, very hard to find vinyl. It's a 7-inch vinyl, so it's one of the smaller ones. and it's shaped like a hibiscus flower, and it's like a very pretty reddish pink color. It was sold on, I believe, Record Store Day many, like in 2013 or 2012 or something like that, and it is only limited to 700 copies, and 300 of those copies were sold in Nashville at a record store there where the band frequents. It's hard to find. If you find them online for sale, they're usually $400, $500 to buy them. Sometimes you can find a fan that's looking to make some money and they'll sell you it for a little bit less of money, but I've never had multiple hundreds of dollars laying around to buy a vinyl that I'm just going to put on my wall. If I could ever find it for a good price that I could afford, I would snatch it up in a heartbeat. But that would be the ultimate one. The ultimate collector's item would be that very one. That, I think, is going to wrap up all of my collections for Paramore vinyls, what I have, what I want, the ultimate find from their collections. If you ever want to send me one, you're more than welcome. I would love it. And I hope you like this video, and please like and subscribe and comment down below how your day is going. I'd love to know. See you in the next one. Bye.